Why do you build me up? Buttercup, baby, just to let me down and mess me around in the worst of all.
What is going on, guys? I am finally at Family Kingdom today, and this feels like a milestone because I've been to this area so many times, but I've never have bothered to come here till now, so this feels like a milestone, and I'm about to get my first ride of the day on Swamp Fox, and yeah. This is so surreal as I am in Swamp Fox's station. This coaster, I think, lets off people on one side and then comes around and lets people on this one, so yeah. Whoop, this has lap bars. We're good. Okay, so I just rode Swamp Fox, and I'd rate it a 9.5 out of 10. It was a very quirky PTC, the quirkiest PTC I've ever ridden because you got some airtime on it, yet it was shaky and stuff, and yeah. Okay, so I just rode Twist and Shout, and I'd rate it a 10 out of 10. It was a good Wild Mouse. I mean, it was a good Zampella Zigzag. It was my first ever one, and my dad recorded me on the freaking brake run even, and the way he was holding his camera was funny. You'll see it in the park footage, definitely, if he sends it to me, and yeah. Okay, so I just rode the Great Palesteros Roundup, and I'd rate it a 10 out of 10. It was really good, and okay, yeah. So I just rode Family Kingdom's Log Flume, and I'd rate it a 10 out of 10. It was a really fun log flume. You go right by a Friendly's at one point, and something cool I found is that it's like a moving log flume, so the log doesn't stop once it's like on the brakes, which is interesting, and that's the first log flume I've seen like that.
At least the first one I've seen like that without a rotating station.
Okay, so I just rode Yo-Yo, and I'd rate it a 10 out of 10. I thought it was the most intense swing type ride I have ever ridden before. It swings back and forth, and it was the first time I rode something barefoot in front of my parents while I'm wearing sneakers, and they did not say anything about it, which was a good thing, at least so far. And yeah, it was a good ride.
Okay, so I just got a re-ride on Swamp Fox, and I'd rate it an 8 out of 10. They wouldn't let me sit all the way in the back because that row was blocked off, so I got towards the back, and I think I very much prefer the front row on Swamp Fox over the back, and yeah.
Okay, so I just rode the Ferris wheel with my parents, and I'd rate it a 10 out of 10. It was the first Ferris wheel, it's the first Ferris wheel I've seen that moves in like both directions, and yeah. Okay, so I just rode Hurricane, and I'd rate it a 10 out of 10. It was a good Music Express, and it goes backwards too. It was the first Music Express I've found that goes backwards in a while, and
So
yeah.
this was a good night here at Family Kingdom. There were some unfortunate things about this visit, like their drop tower slingshot, as you saw, was closed during my visit, and I was even planning on marathoning it on this visit, and then it was closed. So that was a real bummer, and I'm a little salted about that. But it's just a drop tower at the end of the day, and at the end of the day, it's just a flat too. And I'm happy I got both creds before the other unfortunate thing happened, which is that my day had to end early because of a thunderstorm that happened when I was in line for Swamp Fox for the third time that night. And yeah, so make sure to reply to me your thoughts on this vlog, and make sure to go check out my merch store on Bonfire. I'll have a link in the description. I sell t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, coffee mugs, and all the things, so make sure to go check that out. Again, I'll have a link in the description, and I will see you in the next